Hey class, the issue that I'd like to focus on this week is intellectual property and copyright. I think this is one issue that is affecting distance education, and one that's really tricky for me personally to kind of navigate. Because as a teacher, I've been learning recently that even the work that my students turn in, they have, obviously their work is copyrighted. Actually, not so obviously. I think that there's been times in my class where I've shared student work without their permission, only to find out that that's technically a copyright violation of that person's privacy. And so you always have to make sure that students either know that kind of working on this assignment means it will be shared, or ask their permission before you share it, especially outside the classroom or putting it on a website or publicly putting it out there for other people to see. Um, it's their work, and it's their decision. So it's definitely been something that's come to mind a lot more recently. Also, when I think of distance education and all the free materials that are out there, I know that upon doing a little bit of a search to try to find some materials, it's easy to run into some types of materials that you're just not really sure whether or not you should use them or you're allowed to use them. It's hard to see what kind of copyright claims there are. Sometimes it's difficult to find who created that material. But again, we live in a culture where things are uh, often viewed online as free, and we have to make sure that we stand up for what people have created, and so it is really, to me, just a really muddy area, and one that I feel like I'm getting more of a grasp on. But when I think of my students and their interactions, because I teach a computer class and I want them to really be strong digital citizens, but they have already grown up in a culture, especially here in Thailand, where that is the least of their worries, and they barely even think about it. So this is something that I definitely want to learn a lot more about, and become more confident in personally, so that I can also pass that on to my students. Anyway, thanks for watching. See y'all later.